says the Baal Shem Tov, before he was revealed as a tzaddik, we know that the Baal Shem Tov only revealed himself as a great tzaddik on his 36th birthday. And until then, he was a tzaddik nister. There was a group of tzaddikim, the Starim, that wandered the cities, doing different missions. And one of the big things that the Baal Shem Tov did, when he went from city to city, is he would approach people and walk over to them and ask, how are you doing? How's your family doing? Was machst du in gesund? How's your health doing? How's your parnasa? And the purpose of this was, he wanted to hear Yidden saying, Baruch Hashem. That was avoid for itself. The Yid should say, Baruch Hashem, thank you Hashem, and thanking Hashem and praising Hashem. So it happened once that the Baal Shem Tov arrived in a city, and he went into the shul. And in those days in the shuls, in the back of the shul, there was a little special room called the Prishus Tzimur. That was where the Parush, the people who were Parush sat. You know what a Parush is? Parush is a person who separates from his wife and separates from the world. And this is a person who for more than 50 years sat in this room, and he sat and he learned Torah. That's what he did all day. He fasted every day. He wore talis and tefillin the entire day until after mincha. And then after Ma'ariv, he'd eat a little hard bread. In other words, completely divorced himself from this world. Now the Baal Shem Tov was dressed like a very simple peasant. That was part of his disguise. He walks into this room and he sees the Parush, and he walks over to him and says, Rebbe, how's life? He didn't use those words, but Rebbe, was machst du? Like, do you have everything that you need? So the Parush looks at him, and he sees this peasant, and he makes with his hands, like, go away from me, I'm learning Torah. So the Baal Shem Tov asked him again, and this time the Parush got really angry. He's like, making his hands, chutzpah, bittul Torah. So the Baal Shem Tov says to him, Rebbe, why are you depriving the Kaviyachol, the Hashem, why are you depriving Hashem of his parnasa? So when the Parush heard this, he got a little nervous. What's the simple Jew telling me that Hashem needs parnasa? What's he talking about? That's what he says. So Baal Shem Tov says, we have parnasa. Who gives us our parnasa? Hashem gives us our parnasa. We sit on the parnasa that Hashem gives us. But who gives Hashem parnasa? So it says, we know the Gemara says, Yisrael mefarnasin lavin shebashamayim. But they quoted the pasuk, V'ata kadosh yoshev tehillos Yisrael. That you, the Holy One, the Eibishter, what are you enthroned upon? What do you sit upon? You sit upon tehillos Yisrael, the praises of the Yidden. In other words, when we praise Hashem, we're giving the Eibishter his parnasa. That's what he sits on. And by you not saying Baruch Hashem, you're depriving Hashem of his parnasa.
It's that.
So the Rebbe asks like this, yeah, we have to praise Hashem. But why did the Baal Shem Tov, he could have praised Hashem for the Torah he learned for 50 years. Could have praised Hashem for his spiritual state. Why did the Baal Shem Tov ask him specifically about his physical needs? Do you have everything that you need physically? Why is it so important to praise Hashem for the parnasa, for the physical, for the health, for a person who's on such a high spiritual level as was that Parush? Wouldn't it have made more sense for him to praise Hashem for spiritual things? And really we're all going in circles, it's all the same Nekudah, which is this idea that where do we show Kedusha, real Kedusha? Not when we're learning the Torah, not when we're davening. The real Kedusha is when we have our parnasa, and when we have health, and we have a family. And in there we thank Hashem for that, when we infuse the permitted parts of our life, not the mitzvah parts of our life, but the permitted parts of our life with Kedusha. That is the ultimate tehillos Yisrael, that is the ultimate praise we give Hashem, when the praise comes from our mundane life, and that also becomes holy, and that we show our differentiation, the Ben Yisrael La'amim in that area also.